Hello everybody, welcome back to Streetlight Babble, where we'll be doing a small little mini-babble on...
Wonder Woman!
Yeah, the Wonder Woman trailer just dropped recently, and we want to talk about it. Talk about the plot, talk about everything, how we think it's gonna be,
Yeah, what we hope, what we fear, everything in a little short babble.
Anyway, so I like how this movie seems like it's going to be a fish out of water story on two different sides. First, it's going to be Chris Pine entering Wonder Woman, and the Wonder Woman entering...
Yes. Well, I mean, he might be. We don't know. We haven't seen
him. This looks like it's going to be a love story. Anyway, he's entering her world.
Her world of Themyscira.
That world, and he's this fish out of water there, and of course she's going to enter his world and rock it, hopefully, it's going to be two separate fish out of water stories. We're going to have two perspectives, and hopefully one cone-sized main character. So I think.
Yeah, I think that they're trying to do an opposite of a too many cooks type of a thing, like other DCEU movies have had.
Yeah, it's going to be kept concise and yeah, that's why I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, one thing I did notice about this trailer and kind of some of the past trailers as well is they really haven't done a lot of plot reveals, which is good. You don't want to do what they did in Suicide Squad and basically give away the whole barn before anything happens, or Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, I like how they kept the plot pretty minimal in these trailers.
Yes, that being said, however, they have done some press release stuff with different panels at Comic-Cons or different, little snippets here and there. And we have kind of been able to gather a couple of different things about the plot. One being Ares, God of War, is going to be in this movie. And he's going to be played by David Thewlis, who many of you know played Remus Lupin in the Harry Potter movies. So he's going to be your God of War. They're also going with the new 52 version of Wonder Woman, who, instead of being molded out of clay and brought to life that way, she's actually going to be the demigoddess, daughter of Hippolyta, who's one of the Amazons, and daughter of Zeus, which is why she has the eagle on.
Yeah, and I'm not sure she's gonna have the same weakness she had, because apparently in the original comics, her weakness was bondage.
Yes.
Being tied up took away her strength, which I think is awesome. She has the same weakness I do.
Oh.
It's fuzzy.
Oh.
Anyway. So the color palette. It has that same color palette all these other DC movies have that gray, bleak color palette, which I'm not sure it's going to really work out. I would just... When you want to see a big action movie, if that's your goal, you want it to remember it. You want to see the colors. You want eye candy. That's what action movies are all about, entertaining your eyes. And I just don't like how the DC's chosen this muddy gray color palette. Because, I mean, when you think about the DC universe, what's most important about any universe of movies is the first thing you think about them. And the first thing I think when I think the DC universe is gray, dull,
boring.
Compare that to the new Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, you think color, light.
Popping, purple,
awesome.
Green, orange, like different colors that just visually are stunning. And in the comics, they do a really good job with that. Wonder Woman, her initial outfit, you got that vibrant red, that vibrant blue. They just really stand out. The lasso of truth, it glows yellow. There's just different visually pleasing colors, which in a comic book, that's what sells it. It's a visual medium. You want to see those colors just pop on the page.
You want to see them pop.
In the trailer, it's bleak. It's what I like to call the Zack Snyder-ifying, or...
It's still Zack Snyder, even though he's been booted from directing.
He's been booted, but he's still a producer. But
it's...
there's no real pop on the screen. It's all just this bleak, bland color palette.
Yeah, but, with the characters having a little bit of their own levity, a little bit, giving it a little better tone, because people are naturally funny in these DC movies. They're like war films. They're worse than war films. They're far too bleak, and I just like having a little bit of character levity. So it does give me a little bit of hope. The funny little one-liners,
Yeah, they got Chris Pine. They're traveling into London, and Wonder Woman says, "What is this place? Is this London?" And she's like, "It looks hideous." And Chris Pine responds, "Well, it's not for everyone." And London at that time was pretty bleak. It was cold, going everywhere, and
it was bleak for a long time. Let me tell you. And but yeah. Yeah, I like how the characters are gonna have levity. It's going to make you feel more for them. So it does give me hope, just not. I'm taking that hope with a boulder of salt because I've been burned before by this universe. I've been burned thrice by this universe.
You know what they say: 3 strikes and you keep going. 'Cause
This is film, son. This ain't baseball. You try till you succeed until the money runs dry.
yeah. Well, at least we hope that they're going to learn from their mistakes from what happened in 2016.
I hope so, because Suicide Squad tried for levity. I mean, in one of its many cuts, and it just didn't work out. But yeah,
Yeah.
personally, I didn't think a movie like this could be made. With Wonder Woman, I always thought these silly characters. I couldn't imagine them on the big screen, but lo and behold, here they are. These last few years have proved me wrong.
Yeah. I agree. I was a little bit anxious when they said that they were going to be making a Wonder Woman movie, and hopefully it turns out well. I mean, from what I've seen from the marketing, it looks good, and I really want this movie to succeed, but I feel like this movie should have come out before Batman vs. Superman. I would have liked to have seen this character develop more before that movie, or if they were going to use her in BVS before the Wonder Woman movie came out, cut her entirely from the final fight scene. Just keep the parts where she's this mysterious person in the background.
I mean, fuck me for wanting to care about my characters. If you're gonna have a cinematic universe, you gotta build up all the characters. I mean, hell, Kong is doing this thing better. The whole monster Godzilla Kong universe is doing this thing better.
Yeah.
Than DC's been doing it so far, but maybe they've learned that lesson. So who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. So that's our little recap, or a little look over of the whole DC Universe Wonder Woman trailer. Well, tell us, what are you going to think about it? Are you going to see it? I don't know. I want to see it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see it. We'll review it.
We'll have to review it for you.
Weird ear thing. All right, well, stay tuned. We got a couple more videos coming out soon. Chris and I are both going on vacation, so
we're going to be going on a vacation soon. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll do a couple of mini babbles on movies that come out while the other person is gone. Stay tuned for those, and we'll see you guys soon.